Thank you, Lone, for subscribing to the channel. Really hope you really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the content. Nice symbol of the Uchiha clan. I saw your comments on the last video. No, on the Kuzan gameplay, the last gameplay video. Thank you so much. I really hope you enjoy Kuzan and Katakuri. Hello, my name is Dr. Shambles, and today we're going to be looking at everything we know about the Roger leader. There's already people testing the deck. I haven't tested the deck myself, but I'm gonna try today actually. So what I want to do with this video is pretty much compile what's every single thing I saw on the other people's gameplay, and theory craft a little bit myself with you guys. So pretty much this video is a compilation of everything we know about the leader, so you guys know everything about this leader. This is because I am in fact going to be playing this leader on OP13, and by the looks of it, this leader is going to be the new tier 0. At the end of the video, so I'm gonna show you guys every single card that you can play on this deck, as far as we know so far till today. And I'm also gonna upload this video today, so I'm here at 6 AM recording, but yeah. And at the end, with my deck profile, I also gonna give some thoughts, because I did test the deck, but not with the support that got revealed. But there's valuable information even with the deck that I tested without the support. So first and foremost, there's the leader. If you have any Dawn card on your field, give one Dawn card that would be added during your Dawn phase to your leader. This means that on your first turn, if you go first, you do not add your first Dawn to your leader, so you always have one Dawn to play with. But if you go second, you already attach the second Dawn onto your leader, so on your first turn, you always have only one Dawn to play with. That's pretty much it, and you're always playing with one Dawn less. If you have 9 or less Dawn cards on your field, give this leader minus 2k power. So this is pretty much, if you don't have 10 Dawn on your field, this guy becomes 5k power. Obviously this is to balance the broken status that it is a 7k leader. And so, pretty much, as you guys can see, this leader effect requires you to ramp, like, a lot. If you guys already know the support, you guys know this won't be a problem, but you need to ramp a lot, because the whole thing about the leader ability already tells you that you just need to ramp, and then pretty much we need to reach the late game as fast as possible, and for that we need to ramp as much as possible. So yeah, this is the leader, and now let's see the core cards, the core of the deck. Here is the core. So this is pretty much all the support that got announced for this leader. I'm gonna tell you guys every single effect of every single card. This is for you to know. I'm gonna start from top left and reach bottom right. So first and foremost is a Shanks. This is a simple search the top for 5 Roger Pirates, and then you choose one and bottom deck the rest. Next is a 2k counter buggy that has an effect of, if your leader is Roger Pirate and you have any given Dawn, so that means if you attach Dawn, if you have attached Dawn, you ramp one Dawn rested. So this is a 2k counter as well as a ramper. This is pretty much the Robin from the starter deck of the Black Purple Luffy, pretty much, but for Roger. And it's pretty much leader locked. You know, you have to be Roger Pies and you have to have a Dawn attached, so yeah. Next is Inuarashi, sorry if I said the name wrong. If you have any given Dawn, you ramp one Dawn rested, then you KO a character of cost 1 or less. So once again, pretty much leader lock, because you need to attach one Dawn and then you ramp one Dawn. And then you get to an additional effect of KOing. That's really nice, but obviously we just need to ramp, so we're just playing this for ramp pretty much. But this can take away those very annoying blockers or searchers. For example, Bonnie, the green Bonnie, this can also KO it, so that's nice. And next is Oden. Oden is if you have any given Dawn, once again, you ramp one Dawn rested, once again, and this guy is also a blocker. So this guy is just a ramper with a block. Next is Gavan. Sorry if I said this name wrong once again. If your leader is Roger Pirates, you draw 2 cards and discard 1 card, then you ramp 1 Dawn rested. So this is pretty much the queen, a queen for Roger Pirates, and it's actually leader locked for Roger Pirates, which is insane. And it's a 6 cost 7k power character, which is really nice. Rayleigh, this is the new Rayleigh. Now we are getting to the ace characters of the deck. This new Rayleigh is, if you have any given Dawn, rest 1 character with cost 5 or less. Then at the end of the turn, ramp 1 Dawn active and also as rush. So as you guys can see, at the end of the turn you ramp 1 Dawn active. Only at the end and not on play. This means this is pretty much, since you need to attach 1 Dawn every time you are on your Dawn phase, because he's an 8 cost, this means for Roger, it requires you to be at 9 Dawn to play this guy, because you're attaching 1 to your leader, that leaves you 8 Dawn, and then you can play this guy. Your leader will still be at 5k power because you're at 9 Dawn, but once you pass the turn, you ramp 1 Dawn, therefore your leader becomes 7k. So this lets you become 7k power only at the end of your turn. Still pretty good because it has rush and can rest 1 5 cost character. So pretty much any blocker nowadays, unless like Purple Kata maybe. But like the stats are also really good, like 8 cost and 9k power, that's really good. I mean, for a character that has rush, that's pretty insane. And so this is one of your aces, and you want to see this as soon as you ramp. And lastly, your actual ace, the Roger, the actual Roger, which has an effect of negate the effects of your leader, coma. Also, if any of your characters are not Roger Pirates, you negate their effects as well. Then -3 Dawn on play, -3 Dawn, make your leader, give your leader plus 2k power till the end of your opponent's next turn, and give all of your opponent's characters currently on a field -2k power. This is also till the end of your opponent's turn. So pretty much this guy, once you play him, there was a very big problem with the translation of this card. But pretty much when you play this guy, your leader effect is no longer active. So Roger becomes a vanilla leader. Now, how is this insanely good? Because you no longer require to be at 10 Dawn to be a 7k leader. And since this guy takes away 3 of your Dawn, it doesn't matter, you still stay at 7k. So as long as this guy is on the field, your leader is just a vanilla. So every time you ramp Dawn, you don't need to attach 1 to your leader. And not only that, this pretty much gives you 1 turn of survival, like guaranteed. Because you're making your leader at 7k automatically, and then you give plus 2k to him. So he becomes a 9k power leader till the end of our opponent's turn. This is extremely powerful. Not only that, on top of that, every single character becomes -2k power for your opponent's turn, so they cannot swing at you. So that's pretty insane. And then once they pass turn, you already have 1 character with 13k power to swing with. That's pretty nice. So if you play like Rayleigh to ramp, you have a 9k power to swing with right away. And then on your next turn, if you play Roger, you get 1 turn of survival, because it's just, for the people that are testing this deck, it just becomes pretty much impossible to swing at the leader. And then next turn, you'll be at 9 Dawn again, because you just took 3 Dawn. So you go back to 9 Dawn. You can play another Rayleigh, and at the end of the turn, you ramp again. And you're at 10, and during your opponent's turn, you are a 7k leader once again, but this time you have 3 big characters to swing with. This is just an example of a combo that you can do, like a line combo, and it's extremely strong. But yeah, this is the additional core. But there's more to it, and I'll show you guys also some tech that has been becoming popular with this tech. Before we get into the tech, this is the additional core. I decided to name it this way. These are cards that are pretty much guaranteed that you'll see on a deck profile of Roger once OP13 hits. The first one is the Roger ship stage card. This pretty much is, the effect is once per turn, if any Roger Pirate is KO'd on the board by opponent's effects, ramp 1 Dawn rested. You need to take into account it's KO'd by opponent's effects. So there's, for example, the Black Tashigi from the Smoker starter deck, it trashes, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Or, for example, the 9-cost Kaido also trashes. So that means this would not ramp you. In that case, in any other case, it does ramp you, but it's only once per turn. But it's still pretty nice. I think I'd put this here at the additional core, because it's a new card, so it's very likely to be tested with. But this, I think, out of all these four cards, I think this is the only card that is debatable whether or not it will be in the actual deck. Next is Decklist Bullet. Is a vanilla 6 cost 7k power, but is a counter of 2k. So it's a 2k counter. This is pretty much a guaranteed card. Right now we don't know any more of 2k counters as Roger Pirates, and I think we need consistency with this deck as much as possible, and we need survival as much as possible to so we can get to our late game. So Decklist Bullet will in fact be a 4-of in the deck, and so no-brainer pretty much. Everybody's been playing with him as a 4-of. Next is the Mr. 2 Bond Clay. This is to give us a 4-Dawn ramp, so pretty much if we go first and we don't see our first ramp, which would be buggy, we would be at 5 Dawn, which makes us attach 1 Dawn, so we have 4 Dawn to play with. This leaves us a window where we can play Bond Clay to ramp. So it's pretty much a guaranteed 4-of. For all of you out there that is saying right now or typing in the comments that Bond Clay is very expensive, Bond Clay will get a reprint on PRB02, which is right before the OP13. So this will be your entire chance to grab the Bond Clays. I'll already have 2. I didn't pay for these 2. A friend of mine gave them to me. But I'll definitely be grabbing the other 2 once PRB02 comes out, because like this card is just really insane, and in this deck we need as much rampers on as many curves as we can. And lastly is the Goldie Roger, the red secret rare that we got on OP09. This will be our best finisher of the deck, and it's guaranteed to be played as 1 or 2 of. I don't know how the ratios will be, but I don't think people will play 3 or 4, because again, we kind of want to play Rayleigh every time we can, or the other Goldie Roger. But if we see this one, we can play it. So when your opponent is at 1 life, they cannot activate blockers pretty much no more. So yeah, it is also nice when we are at 1 life, so when we are playing against aggro decks, this I can come clutch a lot of times. But yeah, this is the additional core. Now let's see what decks people are playing right now. Now this is some interesting characters that people are playing, and some are my choice actually. I decided to bring 2. The first one, I almost put it at the core of the deck because it's the 8-cost Silver's Rayleigh. This card is being a 4 or 3 of in every single Goldie Roger testing. Obviously this card will be played, it's pretty strong. There's some confusion in the translation as whether or not, because this guy is former Roger Pirates, will its effect be negated by the purple Roger Pirates if you play it after the 10-cost Roger. I think from the Japanese testing of things, it is pretty much already confirmed that it's not negated, so it's super safe, and it's obviously a very strong character. So this is something to play additionally after you play the 10-cost Roger. So remember that little combo I told you guys about, where you play another Rayleigh after the Roger. This could be that other Rayleigh. It doesn't really require you to be the ramp Rayleigh, Obviously you'll be at 5k power, but this guy can remove something from the field and set up 8k body, which is pretty strong. It's not as strong as the other rally, but it's pretty strong. And not only that, remember, you would be at 5k leader, but this guy gives minus 3k and minus 2k to two different characters till the end of your opponent's turn. So if you don't KO anything, or if you KO one character, the other character would be at realistically minus 2k power, which can help you defend your leader much better. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You don't have to play this relay for this combo, like ramp relay, Roger, and then this relay. You can just play this relay before everything else if you see it on curve and you don't have anything better to play. But yeah, next is the blocker relay. This guy is pretty much just a cycle. You don't want to see this guy as much as you want to see the Oden for the ramp. But still very nice. It adds consistency. Once again, another relay that we can play after the Roger so we can cycle and see the pieces that we need to start building better late game board, as well as being a blocker to protect ourselves from the swings next turn, since our leader would be a 5k leader and not at 7k again. Oh no, he would be a 7k. I'm dumb, sorry. Because our leader is being negated. So yeah, it would be a 7k. So yeah, still very good. Sorry about what I said about the other the 8 cost rally. No, he gives extreme protection. Yeah. Next is Buggy. This Buggy is being extremely popular to play as a two copies of. This pretty much lets you play, and on play he gives one of your Roger characters a blocker till the end of your opponent's turn, which is not bad. It's an additional survival tool if you need. I don't know if this will be core or not, but since it's so popular, probably is. But yeah, people do not play more or less than 2 copies. Another thing to consider is the 2 cost chunks. That pretty much has the same effect, but instead of giving blocker, it gives rush. That could be that could make some interesting aggression. But for now, I think, and it's more popular, Buggy to give blocker to have more survivability, so you can reach your late game. And the next 2 cards are just some additions of mine. First is Otama, which is to combo with your Silver's Relay, so you have a better chance to KO something, as well as being a 2k counter. And the other is Ace and Sabo and Luffy for the same reason, but I don't think you'll be playing this card, simply because it is a 1 cost, but you need to attach 1 Dawn to your leader, and then you trash to give minus 3k power. It gives minus power than Otama, but it is a 2 cost pretty much. And since our Silver Relay is an 8 cost, that means we pretty much are spending the 10 Dawn, so we need to have the 10 Dawn to work with. And Otama just makes it for a more flexible drop. But yeah, you will not be playing Ace, Sensao, and Luffy. This is just an idea to put out there, just to throw it around. But Otama is a very big possibility. The problem with Otama is she's a block 1, and for as far as we know, there will be no... Otama will be cycled out from the block rule of One Piece at the time that Roger gets released. This is something that we need to start worrying about, I think. No, actually no, I don't think so. Actually, we can still play with Otama for a good amount of time, but I'm just throwing it out there because Roger will stay around for a long time. But unless the leader gets banned, which I hope not, because I'm gonna be building the leader and I already got RP Law banned and I kinda don't wanna have another leader banned, so yeah. But these are the characters. Let's get to the events, which is where most of the tech gets thrown around. And here we have the interesting events. Sorry about the organization over here on this image. I was trying to make everything symmetrical, but it is what it is. So The first one is one that is very popular and one that will be definitely be playing. This is the Divine Departure. This is a one cost event that when your leader attacks, you give your leader or character plus 3k power. And you have a main effect, which is you rest 5 down and you KO 8k power or less character from your opponent's board. So this gives you protection and removal. It is very strong. Next, I'll be going to Gum Gum Jet Gatling, which is another very popular pick. This is pretty much like you play 2 of, and the trigger gives you a ramp. And then you have a counter of an event of 0 cost that you trash 1 card from your hand and give your leader or character, I think character also works, plus 3k power as well. So very popular choice as well. And the third most popular choice is the Gothred. People play Gothred because it KOs 1 character of 5 cost or less and then ramps you 1 active Dawn, which is pretty nice. If you're going, for example, second, you're on 6 Dawn, that means you attach 1 Dawn to your leader, that means you have 5 Dawn to work with. You can play Gothred, KO something, and then ramp at the same time. And then at the bottom 3 are the 3 less popular cards. Gum Gum Mulligan is somewhat popular. People sometimes play 2 copies in addition to Rayleigh. Some people are actually not playing Rayleigh right now and play this Gum Gum Mulligan instead, like 3 copies. And yeah, it's pretty strong card to play. For example, after we play our Roger, because if we play this when we are going first with 5 Dawn, which attaches 1 Dawn, which leaves us 4 Dawn to play with, we pretty much don't have a 6k power, so we cannot KO. But at later stages of the game, this is pretty nice to, especially with our Goldie Roger on the field, because even if we don't KO, we give minus 5k power, which is really insane, because then we can swing with our big characters and we guarantee the KO on them anyways. This is more popular than any other power decreasing events from purple, because normally purple makes you go down Dawn, and we do not want that because of our leader mechanic. If it is when we have the 10 purple Roger on the field, it's fine. But even so, most of the time we just prefer to be at 10 Dawn to have more to work with. So yeah, Mulligan is the most popular when it comes to power decreasing events. The only problem with this card, to be honest, is 4 costs. That's it. Next is Red Beam. This, as far as we know, will also be cycled out once the block mechanic gets implemented. But this pretty much, since we are a 5k leader throughout most of the game, and we only play cards to ramp, most of the time we'll be at 2 lives very easily, so many people play Red Beam at 4. This is something to consider, especially once you are at 2 lives and you are at 7k leader. This gives you 4k power, and so that gives you a lot of things to counter out of. We cannot play Gum Gum Giant, obviously Roger Pirates is not Straw Hats, but Red Beam will do the trick. And lastly is something that I decided to implement myself, which is the Bad Manners Kick Course. This is the other 0 cost event that we can run. This also, as far as we know, will not get reprinted and will be cycled out with the block mechanic, unlike Gum Gum Jet Gatling, which is already confirmed that will stay. So yeah, but the reason why I think we should consider this event is simply because of the trigger. Yes, Gum Gum Jet Gatling does trigger much better, does gives us the ramp, which can help us a lot to reach late game, but since most people are only playing 2 copies, I would actually rather have the Kick Course. This is because the trigger gives minus 10k power, which can pretty much stop 1 swing altogether, and as well as keeping the the same effect as Jet Gatling. So this can be more clutch when it comes to survival than the Jet Gatling, which is why I think we should consider playing this, since none of these two are actually searchable in any way. So yeah, I think we should consider the Bad Manners Kick Course. But and now with the every single card pretty much ran over. We saw every single card that is currently being tested on the Roger. I'm gonna show you guys what I will what is my first draft of this deck, my first deck profile that I'll be testing with this deck. I still need to plan the proxies and print them to start with, and then I can give you guys more insight about how strong this deck is. And here we have the first draft of the deck. It's 4 Searcher Shanks, 4 Buggies, 4 2k counter Bullet, 2 of the Buggy that gives blocker, 4 Inuarashi, 4 Bonclave, 4 Oden, 2 of the 5 cost blocker Rayleigh, 4 of the Gavan, 3 of the 8 cost Rayleigh, 4 of the new 8 cost Rush Rayleigh Ramper, 4 of the purple Goldie Roger, 2 of the red Goldie Roger, 1 Kick Manners Crash Course, whatever, 2 Divine Departure, and 2 Gum Gum Mole. Now, reasons behind this. I am currently most people play 4 of Rayleigh, but some people play 3. I decided to play 3 because I think we just prefer to see the other Rayleigh much more, but we can potentially go down to 1 Red Roger to just put 4 of the Rayleigh. We can pretty much go down to 1 Red Roger because it's just a finisher. I'm decided to play it at 2, to be honest, just to test them on the deck and how good it actually is. I'm playing 2 Divine Departures. I think this is pretty safe to assume that we are going to be playing at least 2. I'm not playing any stages. I am instead playing 1 Crash Course and 2 Moles. Either of these can be removed for the stage, so we pretty much stay with ramp and can punish removal. But for now I don't think we really need it, so I'm not playing it. But we can remove like the Crash Kick Course for and 1 Red Roger as well for more 2k counter, because I'm only playing 8, which is the Douglas Bullet and the Buggy that also ramps us. These are the only Rogers that we got announced, and these are the only Bullet is from OP12, so he's not announced, he's already released on Japan. But these are the only that are like guaranteed to be on the deck. So right now I don't want to add the Otamas or whatever. So I'm just playing with 8 2k counter. And to compensate, we have Oden and Rayleigh that are the blockers that one ramps and the other cycles though. So it's pretty nice. And because we are also not playing as many bricks, I am only playing 1 Crash Kick Course. This is just for the clutch. I was doing this with the Red Gear 5 Luffy when I was trying the starter deck, and I was only playing 1, and it was super clutch. We don't really need it. We are not playing that many bricks. Like we're playing 3, so 8, 8, 10, 13. We're playing 13 if we count Mole. That's 15 bricks. That's not that much, so 1 Kick Course is more than enough. But you can remove once again 1 Red Roger to play another, and we would be going down on bricks and adding on the event. So yeah, but for now this is looking fine. I think we need to play 4 of every single ramper just to make absolutely sure that we see some ramp. And hopefully, since we are seeing some ramp, hopefully we see the ramp on curve. But let's imagine we have 5 down to work with. If we didn't see Oden but we have Inuarashi, we can pretty much play him. He will ramp us all the same, but obviously we are not playing optimally. We're not playing the strongest characters we could, but it's the best we can do. But at least we are seeing the rampers. So that's why I think we need to play 4 of each. If we would have to go down on rampers, I would go down on Gaban. I think we would have to see ramp much earlier than him, and I would go down to Inuarashi, simply because we have Buggy, and I think Buggy can helps us in 2 curves, is potentially, and Inuarashi only helps us pretty much on 1. But for now I'm playing 4 of every ramper, and that's it. I'll need to test this deck. For now I'm not testing, but this is just to give you guys some ideas. But one thing that I'm already thinking about is just reducing to 1 Red Roger and add 1 of anything. Maybe I'll play 9 2K counter. I'll play just 1 Otama. I don't know. Maybe I'll just add 1 kick course or whatever, or the 4th rally. That could... I'll see, whatever. This is just to give you guys the first draft and the first idea. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you know now everything we need to know about the Roger Pirates and the Roger deck that's coming out. As far as testing with the deck, this guy will be like tier 1, tier 0. When I was testing on the dev version before any of the cards got announced, this guy was already super strong. Like, I had no searcher, I was just playing ramp, just like I'm showing you guys right now. And then we were playing the 9 cost Whitebeard and the 10 cost Chunks, and it was doing so well. It was actually doing so well. And now that we actually have so much ramp and the searcher, so we have consistency, this deck is gonna be absolutely insane. But yeah, thank you so much for watching once again, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.